Well, welcome to CJ 685 Criminal Justice Ethics. I'm Randy Rhodes, your instructor. I'm sitting in my office in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. I'm also the juvenile officer for the 32nd Circuit of Missouri, which is Cape Girardeau County, Bollinger County, and Perry County, Southeast Missouri site, which is about 120 miles south of St. Louis on Highway 55 and 100 and some odd miles south of Memphis. So we're right in between the two areas. Just finished work today. It's about 5:30, and this class will follow my normal workday schedule and into the evenings for me as I work the on-call issues that come up as a juvenile officer, and the practical issues having to do with ethics and the work around this office. So try to get real practical in this course. I'll bring in speakers from my world that work in corrections, in counseling, in policing, and use the live class format for that. The textbook is very good, but I'll warn you, right now it's very dense. It's going to take some work to get through the chapters, the initial chapters plus the more philosophical chapters. So I'll be interspersing that with less dense material from the practical side of juvenile justice and corrections and criminal justice. So hopefully that'll help somewhat. It is a graduate course, so you're expected to read, produce some of your own writing, and your own thoughts about ethical issues. Let me just start by giving you one that occurred a couple days ago in my world so you'll get an idea of how this fits. My attorney came into this office and was asking me about how we were going to charge a sex offender that we were just getting ready to file on a petition. And he was pushing for filing on a more serious offense, a first degree sexual offense. In our statutes, we can file and kind of slide the scale a little bit on how we handle juvenile offenders. However, if we file it as a sex offense, sexual assault first degree crime, then if the kids are found guilty of that crime, they go immediately on the sexual offender registry list, which can place them supervised and followed by the registry. They have to register wherever they go. They have to notify their schools, their community, their church, whatever organization, their athletic associations. Everything has to be notified, and they have to register wherever they move to. It's very limiting and supervising for up to the age of 21. And depending on what the crime is, they can immediately then make a lateral to the adult registry, which will follow them the rest of their life. So my attorney wanted to file on this kid at the higher level, and I asked him, it's kind of unusual because the kid's psychological evaluations did not say he was headed toward becoming a pedophile. The assault, how can any of these be minor? But it was a one time occurrence that we could tell as reported by the victim. So it's like, Matt, this is kind of unusual. He goes, well, if we charge him with the higher crime, well, then his attorney will probably plead it out to a lower offense. And of course, he won't be on the register, but we'll plead it down. And it's like, here's the ethical dilemma. Do we, in effect, lie to the attorney and the parents and the child, the juvenile offender, that, hey, we're going after this sexual assault one crime, you could end up on the adult registry the rest of your life, so you should plea this down? Or should we tell them what we normally do in these cases, that here's the offense, here's what you did, what you have to plead guilty to, but we'll charge this as a sexual offense, second degree, which won't go on the register, but you'll be on probation, have to get counseling, be followed for approximately the next year. And if you reoffend, then we'll look at out of home placement or maybe a transfer to the adult court. So, it's kind of a situation where the ethical dilemma is, do you lie to the attorney, which I'm not always against, but do you play this out and tell what the case is and what we normally do here? So, ethical dilemma number one for the juvenile officer, how to play this out. Probably talk more about what we actually did. Well, I'll just tell you now. We filed it straight, second degree, and told the attorney, hey, look, this is where this could head down the line if you come back, but we're going to charge this. We're going to make this work as a second degree offense. Here's all the conditions of probation. Here's what we can anticipate. He did plea it out. And the kid did stipulate, so we didn't have to bring the victim in, who was an 8-year-old girl, to testify, which I think is a very good thing. The more you traumatize victims in my field, the worse it gets for them in later life. So I was pretty happy with the outcome. But again, I thought about it as one of those ethical situations that we deal with in our field, in which the chapters in the book help me see a little bit more of what my perspective was. And so bear down on that text and try to get through it. You won't have to look at me too much in this class. I'm going to try to bring in other speakers in the live class, some good material, some interviews that I do with professionals should help us out. So we'll get through this class. I'm an old face-to-face teacher for the University Southeast Missouri State University here in Cape Girardeau, and so I'm used to that format, but this is my third class, so those that decide to take it again, hopefully we'll get through this one as well as we did the last graduate class. So welcome to the class. Feel free at any time to call me. As I said, I'm on call with my juvenile officers all the time, get back to them relatively quickly, and so should be able to do that with you. Don't hesitate to call, text, email, and we'll see if we can get you back on track. So good luck with the semester. Thanks for signing up for this.